Academy, folks. I haven't come out to you direct in a long, long time. And you might be wondering, hey, where's Kurt? Is Kurt still doing Power Sport Academy? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. We are still doing Power Sport Academy, but something of a little more interest is we partnered with Hero Hub uh, just about over a year ago. And we restructured our content to run what we're calling a boot camp. And so the Power Sport Academy, in partnership with Hero Hub and Dealer Hero, is educating the 20 group base in what we do, our fixed operations training. We've got our six courses on things like how to answer the phone, how to analyze your key performance indicators, all those things. It's all there. But we still have the Power Sport Academy. And I haven't come live to you guys in a long time because I really wanted to see how this boot camp thing's going. Really monitor, like, are we making a difference? Are we making a difference? And that's why I wanted to reach out today, because let's just face facts. The end of the season's coming. Things will slow down for a lot of people here in the country. Business for some is already cautiously slow from the sales side. I've been stressing this for years. I really wish I couldn't tell the future sometimes, but I've been stressing this for years. When we are so focused on sales as our company model, when we have parts and service and rentals and we have these things, when we're so focused on sales and we don't develop the other parts of our company, we create chaos. Okay. And chaos can keep you up at night. Now imagine I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of a dealer owner right now. Is the idea of this chaotic work environment, is the idea that my technicians can't stand my writers can't stand my technicians, the customers hate everybody, customers are calling my cell phone when they get a hold of it, they're arguing with parts people at the parts counter, the salespeople have no respect for anyone in fixed operations because they think everybody back there is just an idiot. And this chaos keeps you up at night because you're like, oh my God, I'm sitting on millions of dollars in inventory. The customers aren't coming in to buy this stuff. And we are bleeding money out of the back of our store. Like, you just know you're bleeding money out of the back of your store. I get it. I'm a business owner myself. I understand how this level of chaos can be overwhelming. It could be something as simple as, what you thought was your lead tech that you thought you were going to bank on for the next 2-3 seasons says, I've had it. I'm rolling my box. I already called the truck. They're coming to get my box. Because that's usually how that goes, right? The tech got so ticked off that he just called a tow truck and said, come get my box. I'm out of here. I can't do this no more, right? And then your mind, you're like, well, what's the matter with him? Sissy couldn't take it, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Let's get with it here. But what you're failing to realize is it's a lack of training. It's a lack of investment in your people. It's a lack of communication skills and leadership that trickles down from the top into the departments, into the workers, into the flow, things that build that internal culture that make things happen. So if you're like this, if you're losing sleep because of the chaos, you lay down and you go, oh my God, that's right. That lady called me about that UTV. Oh, that's right. That guy was really pissed off about his Ninja. Oh, that's right. Man, that GSXR, the recall parts still didn't show up. God, we had a deposit on those 2 units. Those people were supposed to come in today. They didn't come in. Right. And so if this chaos is keeping you from sleeping at night, I want you to imagine something different. I want you to imagine that no matter how busy your store is, and I want you to think about this. Think about your business doing at least half as much more than it's doing now. Think of a business that's doing 50% more in revenue. Right off the top, you're already thinking, oh, the chaos will kill me. I won't be able to sleep ever. I want to paint a different picture for you. Your store is as busy as you want it to be. You're doing 50% more revenue than you're doing now. But you walk into the dealership and the phones aren't ringing off the hook. Customers, you can kind of see them out of the corner of your eye. You got a customer up on the showroom, kind of like almost like bantering with a salesperson, like having fun, and you're like, that's cool. And then you see your parts people are stocking things, right? All of the inventory in parts is fronted and faced and priced. Your point of purchase displays are current. You're actually listening to stuff for sale that's for sale. Uh, you walk back by the service department because you think, well, something must be wrong. And you go back to the service department and you see one person quietly waiting in the waiting room. Coffee's already brewed. They're just sitting there hanging out, looking at a magazine or watching the video on the TV. You go into the service department and the phones aren't ringing. The phones aren't ringing. It's only once in a while. Someone picks it up. Hey, thanks for calling the service department. This is George. How can I help you today? And you're like, who is that? Who's George? Where'd this come from? Because that's not what is happening in your store now. You've got chaos now. So I'm trying to get you to picture. You walk back into the service department and the phones aren't ringing off the hook. Just the occasional. Bloop, 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 bloop. Hey, thanks for calling the service department. This is George. How can I help you today? And you're like, what's going on? And then you look and there's not a line of technicians hanging out at the counter or people waiting to get into the service manager's office. The service manager isn't even in his office. Wait, well, where's the service manager at? Why are things so quiet? Why are things so calm? You walk back into the shop, asses and elbows, man. Everybody's working. Every lift has a unit on it and a unit parked behind it. Every lift has a unit on it and a unit parked behind it. The technicians have a solid plan. They know what they're working on now and they know what they're working on next. There's only one waiter. There's only one waiter there. And that waiter, their bike's already on the lift because you have a designated waiter lift. They're getting tires or an oil change or something, right? And you're like, why is everything so calm? What's going on? You walk back and no one's yelling. No one's screaming. No one's banging anything. The work's just getting done. You walk back by the back parts counter and there's a person from parts working there by themselves, putting together parts boxes to take out to the parts to service area. There's not a line of technicians going, I got the wrong washer, I got the wrong filter, I got the wrong lever, I got the wrong. No, the parts are getting packaged and delivered to the service department. And there's not a rush there because every lift, say it with me, every lift has a unit on it and a unit behind it. Every technician knows what they're working on now and they know what's next. That's so important. You go back up to the service counter and you're just kind of looking around. Things seem so calm, so peaceful. Like, what's going on here? Customer comes in, boom, service writer, hey, thanks for coming. How can I help you today? Yeah, let me come outside and take a look with you. Boom, and often happens, just happens. And you're like, what's going on? That's what your shop should feel like every day. That's what your shop should feel like every day. You never found the service manager. Where's he at? You start walking back up to the showroom and you see your service manager coming out of the showroom. Why is your service manager up on the showroom? What's going on? Your service manager just got done having a meeting with the general manager that they instigated, where they ask the general manager, hey, what units did you take in on trade yesterday? What units need reconditioned this week? Hey, what about those estimates I gave you on the 3 used bikes yesterday? Do you know if you want to fix those, or are we going to package them up and send them to the auction? Right? Are we going to turn them or are we going to sell them? I need to know because I got to get it scheduled back into my shop. Imagine, imagine if this was you, and you're looking around, you're going, what's happening? Imagine if your shop is currently running at 55, 60% productivity or efficiency, or whichever name you put on the numbers for your KPIs. You're running at 55, 60% efficiency, proficiency, productivity, whatever number, again, whatever name you pick. What if that went up 15 or 20 points? What if you were at 60% productivity and all of a sudden you're at 80% productivity? And you get that extra productivity, but the phones aren't ringing off the hook. The technicians aren't complaining, yelling, and screaming. There's no tow trucks coming to pick up toolboxes. And you've become the dealership that people want to work at. Oh my goodness. Every time I talk to technicians, when I go out and do like the AIM Expo, technicians are like, hey, we just need a couple of A-level technicians. Do you have anyone you could recommend to us? Of course I don't. They're not falling off of trees. We are losing technicians at an unbelievable rate because, let's face facts, our dealerships are horrible places to work in. I'm just being blunt. Too many of us are living on the chaos side of the equation. Too many of us are losing sleep at night because we're putting out fires all day long. Too many of us are enthusiasts that love our business, but no one's really taught us how to run our business. And so if you can take yourself from an imagination standpoint and say, yeah, he's right. I'm losing sleep at night because of the chaos. If you recognize that and you go, I want a little piece of what that imagination statement was. I want the phones to stop ringing off the hook. I want customers to be happy to come and see us. I want technicians that want to stay instead of call a tow truck. I want a service manager that actually works with the sales department to get units done by the weekend. Like, imagine things working the way I just described. And now I'm here to tell you that can happen. We have a thing called the Powersport Academy, powersportacademy.com. Powersportacademy.com has 6 courses in it. And like I said at the beginning of this message, we are now in partnership with Hero Hub and Dealer Hero. If you're part of their 20 club, you can get access to take our boot camps through them. We've got a consolidated curriculum schedule. That's a fancy way of saying that we went from a year's worth of training and consulting down to about 3.5 months of consulting and training and taking our courses. It's much of the same material in my annual program, but we have boiled it down to necessities, and we have also boiled the price down to just necessities. So if you're like, hey, I can't afford to make some $40,000 investment for my dealership for this, but I can try it for a few grand. I can try it for a few grand. Then I would recommend you go over to Hero Hub and you sign up with Hero Hub and Dealer Hero, and you get into our boot camp, and we get you straightened out. Now, what if you're a dealer and you go, man, I got the appetite for this. If I could really increase my business by half as much, if I'm doing $1 million in service sales now, but I could do $1.5 million in service sales next year. Hey, yeah, I can spend that 40 grand. Great. We'll train your dealership one-on-one. We'll work with your team direct. Most of our training is done virtually. It's the same 6 courses, but it's extended and much more detailed. And that's at powersportacademy.com. Powersportacademy.com. I can't wait to see you in there. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.